I want to begin with a simple but important question. Have you ever found yourself reflecting on life, wondering how much time you really have left and how to make the most of it? Maybe you felt the weight of time pressing down on you, or you've heard news that shakes you awake to the fragility of life. A few days ago, I heard the heartbreaking news of a 74-year-old man who passed away suddenly, and it really made me think, how can we, as we grow older, ensure that the time we have left is filled with meaning, purpose, and health? And more importantly, what lessons can we learn from the passing of someone close to our own age? The truth is, we all experience loss in different ways. Sometimes it's a wake-up call, an urgent reminder that time is precious and fragile. And when a 74-year-old man passes away, it forces us to face some hard truths about life, aging, and the choices we make along the way. But while grief is a natural response, there's also an opportunity to reflect on how we can live better, healthier lives in our later years. In this video, I want to explore what we can learn from the passing of someone in their 70s, particularly when it comes to how we live our lives. What are the things that truly matter as we age? What lessons can we apply to make sure we're taking the best care of ourselves, physically and emotionally? We'll look at some valuable takeaways that can help you live a more fulfilling, healthier life. Lessons that might just change the way you think about your own future. Let's begin with something that might not seem so obvious at first. The importance of making your health a priority. When we're younger, it's easy to put our health on the back burner. We get busy with work, family, and day-to-day responsibilities. But as we age, it becomes increasingly clear how vital our health is, not just for ourselves, but for those we care about. The passing of someone our age is often a stark reminder that our health is something we can't take for granted. For the 74-year-old man, Bay, he had been battling a chronic illness, or perhaps his passing was sudden, with no warning signs. But in either case, it's a reminder that health isn't something we can ignore. Many people over 60 start to experience the wear and tear of a lifetime's worth of decisions, habits, and lifestyle choices. If we want to truly enjoy our later years and not simply endure them, taking care of our health must be a priority. If you haven't been focusing on your health lately, it's time to start. It doesn't matter if you haven't exercised in a while, or if your diet hasn't been perfect. What matters is making small, meaningful changes today to improve your overall well-being. Start by checking in with yourself. How are you feeling physically? How are you sleeping? Are there any health concerns that you've been brushing aside? If you haven't had a checkup recently, now is the time. Schedule that doctor's appointment, get your blood pressure checked, and make sure you're staying on top of the health markers that matter. When we make health a priority, we're investing in our future. Regular physical activity, a balanced diet, and mental well-being are crucial for longevity. But health isn't just about staying physically fit. It's also about managing stress, connecting with loved ones, and making sure we're mentally and emotionally fulfilled. And when you think about how much time you have left, the question becomes, what can you do today to ensure a healthier tomorrow? Let's talk about the second lesson we can learn from the passing of a 74-year-old man. The importance of emotional well-being and social connections. In our later years, it's easy to become more isolated or withdrawn. Perhaps the kids have moved out, friends have drifted away, or family members are far off. But social isolation and loneliness can have a profound impact on our health. Studies have shown that a lack of social interaction is linked to a higher risk of heart disease, depression, and even early death. Imagine this scenario. A person who spends their days alone without much connection to others begins to feel disconnected from the world around them. Over time, this isolation begins to take a toll on their health, both mentally and physically. The 74-year-old man we're talking about might have experienced this in some form, or perhaps he had close relationships that helped him navigate the ups and downs of life. The relationships we have, the people we spend time with, and the emotional support we give and receive are vital for a long and healthy life. I want to challenge you to think about your own relationships. Are you nurturing the bonds that matter most? Whether it's a spouse, children, friends, or even neighbors, connecting with others is one of the most powerful things you can do for your heart health and overall well-being. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant. Sometimes, just checking in with a friend or family member, sharing a meal, or going for a walk together can make a world of difference. If you've been feeling disconnected or isolated, now is the time to make an effort. Join a local club, reconnect with old friends, or volunteer in your community. Social connections not only provide emotional support but also give us a sense of purpose and belonging, which are critical to our happiness as we age. These two lessons, prioritizing health and nurturing relationships, are just the beginning of what we can learn from the passing of someone at this stage in life. As we reflect on this loss, we're reminded that life is fragile and that it's never too late to make meaningful changes. The choices we make today can shape the quality of our years to come. Now that we've touched on the first two important lessons, let's move on to explore more insights that we can take away from the life of a 74-year-old man. What else can we learn about living well in our later years? And how can we apply these lessons to our own lives? Stay with me as we continue this important conversation. As we continue reflecting on the life of the 74-year-old man who passed away, it's important to dive deeper into the lessons we can learn. The first two lessons, prioritizing our health, and the first two, nurturing relationships, are foundational. But there are other aspects of life that we often overlook, and they're crucial as we navigate our later years. Let's explore the importance of finding purpose and embracing change. One of the greatest change gifts we can give ourselves as we age is a sense of purpose, living with purpose, having something to look forward to, something that excites and motivates us, can add years to our life, both literally and figuratively. Routine where the days blur together and we start questioning, what's next? This sense of stagnation can lead to feelings of depression and frustration. But when we have a clear purpose, whether it's caring for loved ones, pursuing hobbies, or contributing to our communities, life becomes more vibrant. Take a moment and think about your own life. Do you have a purpose that fuels you each day? For the 74-year-old man, his sense of purpose might have been tied to his family, his work, or something he enjoyed doing. Purpose can be deeply personal, and it doesn't have to be grandiose. Sometimes it's the small things, helping a neighbor, sharing a story with a grandchild, or volunteering at a local organization, that create a sense of fulfillment and direction. When we're clear about our purpose, we tend to take better care of ourselves. We have a reason to get up every morning, to eat better, exercise more, and live life to the fullest. A sense of purpose helps fight off loneliness, depression, and the negative effects of aging. It reminds us that we matter, that we still have a valuable contribution to make to the world around us, no matter our age. If you feel like you're lacking purpose, it's not too late to discover what drives you. Explore new hobbies, learn new skills, or revisit interests that you might have put aside earlier in life. Sometimes, purpose doesn't just come to us. We have to seek it out. And in doing so, we might rediscover a passion we didn't even know we had. The next lesson I want to focus on is embracing change. Change is one of the only constants in life. But as we age, it can sometimes feel more daunting. The loss of loved ones, changes in health, or shifts in lifestyle can all create a sense of fear and uncertainty. However, the reality is that embracing change, rather than resisting it, can lead to a more fulfilling and enriching life. The passing of a 74-year-old man reminds us that change is inevitable, but it also teaches us that change can be a beautiful opportunity for growth. As we move through different stages of life, we're faced with the need to adapt. For instance, physical changes in our bodies might require us to modify our exercise routines, but those adjustments can help us remain healthy and active. Similarly, a shift in living arrangements, whether downsizing or moving to a retirement community, might seem overwhelming at first, but can open up new possibilities for social connections and personal growth. The key to embracing change is having an open mind and an adaptable attitude, rather than focusing on what's lost. Focus on what's gained. Perhaps you no longer have the energy you did in your younger years, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy life in new and different ways. For example, you might not be able to run marathons anymore, but you can enjoy gentle walks, yoga, or swimming. You might not be able to cook the big family meals you used to, but you can still gather loved ones together for smaller, more intimate meals or share receipts and stories, circumstances, and being open to the possibilities that lie ahead. Change is less intimidating when we see it as an opportunity for growth rather than a loss. By embracing the changes that come with aging, we create space for new experiences, deeper connections, and continued joy. Another important aspect of embracing change is adapting your mindset. Sometimes, as we age, we fall into the trap of thinking that we've been there, done that, and that the best years are behind us. Mindset can keep us stuck in the past and prevent us from fully enjoying the present and future. But the truth is, it's never too late to try something new, to learn, to grow, and to create new memories. Reminder that time is precious, and while we can't control when our time will come, we can control how we live today. We can choose to face challenges with grace, seek out opportunities for personal development, and embrace the changes that come our way with open arms. Let's take a moment and reflect on our own lives. Are there areas where we're resisting change or holding on to things that no longer serve us? Are we finding purpose in our daily lives? Are we adapting to the changes that come with aging in ways that allow us to continue growing and enjoying life? These are questions worth considering, especially as we move forward in our later years. Now that we have explored the lessons of finding purpose and embracing change, it's time to discuss the importance of leaving a legacy. What kind of mark do you want to leave on the world? It's something that can be incredibly meaningful, especially as we grow older. Stay with me as we dive into how leaving a legacy, but also provide a sense of fulfillment and connection. As we age, reflecting on the life of the 74-year-old man and the lessons we can learn from his passing, let's now focus on the final aspects of living a meaningful, healthy life in our later years. Leaving a legacy and embracing gratitude, these are two incredibly powerful elements that can shape the way we live and the impact we leave on those around us. First, let's talk about leaving a legacy. When we think about legacy, it's often easy to get caught up in grand gestures or monumental achievements. However, leaving a legacy isn't always about big accomplishments. It's about the smaller, everyday acts that have a lasting impact on the people and community around us. The 74-year-old man we've been reflecting on likely had legacy whether it was through his relationships, his kindness, or the contributions he made to his family, friends, or society. One of the most powerful aspects of leaving a legacy is passing down wisdom. As we get older, we accumulate a lifetime of experiences, both successes and challenges. Our stories, advice, and life lessons can be invaluable to younger generations. It's not about being perfect. It's about sharing the knowledge we've gained and the ways in which we've learned to navigate life, whether it's through conversations with children or grandchildren, volunteering, or simply being a role model. We all have something valuable to offer. Take a moment to think about the legacy you want to leave behind. Their lessons or traditions you want to pass on. Is there something that you've learned throughout your life that could benefit others? Whether it's through storytelling, mentoring, or simply spending time with loved ones, the small, meaningful actions we take each day can have an enduring impact. Leaving a legacy doesn't have to be something that takes years to build. It can start right now in how we show up for others and the love we share. The 74-year-old man likely left behind a legacy of kindness, hard work, or wisdom. What kind of legacy do you want to create? What actions can you take today to ensure that your legacy is one that reflects your values and leaves a lasting imprint on the world? Now, let's turn to gratitude. Gratitude has the power to transform our perspective on life. It's easy to fall into a mindset of what's next or what's missing, especially as we age and face the challenges that come with growing older. But practicing gratitude, especially in our later years, can significantly improve our mental and emotional well-being. It allows us to focus on what we have rather than what we've lost. Gratitude shifts our mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance, and it helps us savor the present moment. The passing of a 74-year-old man might leave us feeling a sense of loss, but it also gives us an opportunity to reflect on what we still have. What are you grateful for today? Maybe it's your health, your family, the memories you've made, or even the simple moments of joy in everyday life. Focusing on gratitude allows us to find meaning and peace, even in the face of loss. Taking a few moments each day to practice gratitude can help improve your heart health, reduce stress, and enhance your overall quality of life. Whether it's jotting down 3 things you're thankful for in a journal, expressing your gratitude to loved ones, or simply pausing to appreciate the beauty around you, this simple practice can change the way you view the world. As we approach the end of this video, I want to remind you of something incredibly important. You still have so much to offer, no matter your age. The 74-year-old man's passing is a reminder of how precious life is, but it's also a reminder that we have the power to shape the rest of our lives. We can continue learning, growing, connecting, and leaving a legacy of love and wisdom for those around us. As we reflect on these lessons, prioritizing our health, nurturing relationships, finding purpose, embracing change, leaving a legacy, and practicing gratitude, remember that it's never too late to live your best life. The choices you make today can shape the tomorrow you want to live. Let's make the most of every moment, knowing that our time is precious and the impact we make can be far-reaching. Thank you for joining me today. If you found these reflections helpful, I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. What lessons have you learned from others as you've aged? And how are you planning to live your best life? If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel for more discussions on living a fulfilling life at any age. Here's to embracing the journey ahead with health, purpose, and gratitude. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.